You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hello, and welcome to episode 238 of the Soul Forge podcast.
Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Shawn Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Soul Forge. So glad you could be here with us. And by with us, it's me, Shawn. And today I have a very special guest. It's my good buddy, Andrew. Andy, as I used to call him, and he used to hate it, but I think he's okay with it now. What do you say?
I'm all right with it.
You're okay.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. So Andrew is actually my oldest friend. We've known each other since grade 6 in 1987. Can you believe it?
87.
Yeah.
That long ago?
That's how long it was.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We're old.
Starting to feel my age now.
I guess so.
87. Yeah. What is that? 20?
That's,
what are we at? 20?
That's 35 years ago.
35.
Yeah.
Not even in the 20s. We're in the 35s.
That's how long it's been. Yeah. And we grew up just down the street from each other.
Yep.
And you're exactly 1 week older than me.
Yes.
So we always celebrate.
It shows in the maturity, too.
Oh, for sure it does. Yeah. So we celebrated our birthdays together. Your mom was like my mom. My mom was like your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good times.
It was good times.
It feels like it was yesterday. I can't believe that it's that long.
Right.
If you really look at it's like, oh, yeah, I was just in high school yesterday. No, you weren't.
No. That right there is 25 years ago.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just here in Sault Ste. Marie wrapping up my visit. I needed a week away from Timmins and my life there and all kinds of stuff. So I figured I'd come to the Sioux and regroup and catch up with people. And it's been 19 years I've been up there almost. And I get to see you, once, twice a year maybe?
About that, once or twice. It's been, well, with all the pandemic stuff, it's been more difficult. So it's... For
sure. But have you noticed? It's like no time has passed whenever we get together.
It still feels like yesterday. Like
right?
Nothing feels like it's really changed that much. So
yeah. So we don't really actually have a specific topic.
No,
we're just kind of reminiscing for all of you listeners out there in podcast land. We're geeks from way back.
Yes, Saturday afternoons consisted of Babylon 5.
Yes,
Robocop.
Yes.
The television series and Legos.
We used to play Legos and G.I. Joes.
Yes, Legos and G.I. Joes.
Even until we were 18 and 19, actually.
Yep.
See, you told everyone your deepest, darkest secret.
What else? Well, then it was always weekly Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yes.
And DS9.
That's right.
Super Nintendo at your house.
Yeah.
If we could kick your brothers off the machine.
True enough.
And then he was just usually trying to survive high school, which was, I think the same stuff's still there nowadays, just maybe not exactly the same as what we went through. It was seemed more class orientated, where it was like you had your nerds, gearheads,
the jocks.
Skaters, the jocks, the nerds, the preppies, the cheerleader squad, and I don't even know if they do any of that stuff anymore, but man.
And then there was us.
Yeah, we didn't really fall into a classification. You just tried to keep your head down, avoid eye contact, and get in, get out, and enjoy your time outside of school versus your inside school.
That's right. So, yeah. Exactly. And we did. We used to go to the mall a lot and go to the geek stores. Zellers. We'd
take the bus down to Zellers, and we'd look for Star Trek Next Generation action figures.
Yes, we did. And I don't know if you know this, but I blame you for all the totes that I have. Now, I've always been a collector. Yeah. But I had a secret competition with you because you had all the best stuff. You had Thundercats and Silverhawks and G.I. Joes from when you were a younger kid. And I was like, I want that kind of stuff. And so you started collecting Star Trek action figures. So I started collecting Star Trek action
Well,
figures.
I'd have to say you definitely surpassed everything that I've done. I don't collect as much anymore. I'm trying to actually sell off my collection, like
Same,
you are.
Yeah.
But there are some key pieces that
You have to keep.
you keep. Like I've been asked by my wife many times, or not many times, but she's asked like what this one is or what this one is, and I can look at every piece and tell you exactly where I bought it, when I bought it, why I bought it, and what I was thinking when I bought it.
Of course.
But I think it was more the hunt. Like when you go to Zellers,
Yes.
or when we had a Zellers, or when we had a Kmart,
Right.
You'd always go to the discount section,
Of course.
and you'd go rooting and you'd find stuff like it was my Angel Spawn. I think I got him for like $15 in package at Kmart, and I was like pumped. No, it wasn't even. I think it was $9. He was his discount, his clearance item, or whatever.
yeah.
The box was a little damaged, but I'm so glad I bought it. Do you know
Of
what I
course,
mean?
of course. And then there was, do you take it out of the package? Do you leave it in the package? Do you buy two and take one out to play with it?
Honestly, I wish I would have kept more stuff in the package.
Me too.
There's a few pieces that I never took out. I left, which I'm glad I did. And there were some pieces I took out because I just wanted to play with them.
Well, of course.
So, but I always felt bad taking them out because it was like kind of like, what did I do? You know, it was like having buyer's remorse. Should I have bought it? Should I have taken it out of the package? I always kept the packages, kept them for years.
Yep.
Then I ended up throwing them away because I had so many packages I couldn't keep them.
Right, there's
and I
only
was
so
like,
much
do I
space.
want to put them back? No, I want to keep them out.
Yes.
And then how do you transport them? And so now everything kind of has its own home. But
That's right.
You know, I still want to thin it out because I don't know. I don't think my children want my collectibles. Like some stuff, I'm sure, but I don't think it holds the same
Nostalgic value.
nostalgic. Yeah, like everything I have, especially the older toys, were the toys that I played with. Like
Well, yeah.
You only got presents, what? Maybe 3 times. I got a couple presents on my birthday.
Yeah.
Couple presents Christmas. Easter was only just chocolate.
That's right.
Because my parents couldn't afford it. And same with not till end of elementary school going to high school if I passed.
Right.
My dad would then usually buy us one thing out of the consumer's catalog.
Right. Consumers distributing.
I love consumers. I wish they bring it back. Like it's like Amazon of the old days. Like,
Yes.
The reason I don't know.
Go there, look through the catalog.
Well, it was more fun just looking through the catalog
Well,
and filling out and then giving it to the guy the piece of paper.
And they go to the back.
They go to the warehouse and they bring it up, and I'm like, well, the fantastic guy. I don't have to go looking for it. I
Yes.
just say it's in the catalog. Here you go. I think it's a total man thing. It's like I'm not here for chit chat. I just want what I want and I want to get out.
Go give me this. Go to the back there, guy. Go
Yeah.
get the thing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, what? No. But do you remember when I went to college? I remember buying that desk you came with me to Consumers?
Yes.
And we stuck it in the back of my Z28, which was a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that I think it was the last time I went to Consumers before it closed.
Because it closed in the early 90s.
Yeah, I think it was, well, when did I go to college? It would have been 94, 95.
Because
so
we graduated grade 12 in June of 94.
94, yeah. So, and you stayed for 13, and I went to college. So
Yes, that's right.
I couldn't take another year of high school.
No.
I loved college.
Yeah, I know.
Hated high school.
I hated high
I
school.
was constantly arguing with the teachers because you got to do this. No, I don't want to do that. You're going to lose 10%. I don't care. What do you mean you don't care? I don't care. I don't care. You can take. Am I still going to pass the class? Yeah, but you're going to pass with a 50. Fine by me. Is it a pass? It's a pass. Well, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as you pass. Who
Yeah,
cares?
I go to college and I got like a 3.75 or 4.0
Right.
for
Yeah,
5
you
years
did-
of college.
you
so
did
it was-
great.
Yeah, so I don't think I missed out on anything in high school.
You didn't miss out
No.
on anything. And you know what else you don't want to miss out on? This promo for another podcast right here on the ESO Network.
If you were a monster kid growing up, if you enjoyed Saturday mornings watching Monster Movie Matinee, or staying up all night watching the Midnight Feature, then Monster Attack is the podcast for you. We not only look at classic old monster movies, we share our experience growing up as a monster kid. Join us every Monday for Monster Attack.
And how was that for a podcast and a smooth transition?
That was a fantastic transition.
Not bad, eh? I've had years of practice now. I don't know what I'm going to put in there, but that's later in the week.
There you go. That's
Because I'm still in the zoo. My computer is not here.
there you go.
I don't have to edit this for a few more days. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think we had some good times. We walked a lot.
We walked all the time.
Yeah.
And bike rode.
Yeah. It was either between your house or my house, and then if we got kicked out of your house, then we were wandering around corner store. On the mall, spent a lot of time walking the mall.
We did.
That used to be the thing to do.
Yes.
So we'd spend hours just walking back and forth in the mall. I don't know what we were ever doing. That was when Toys on Wheels was there. Remember Toys on Wheels?
Well, yeah, that's where I got my 1994 Star Trek, the
bridge
original
set.
series bridge set.
I have that one too. Still
Yeah.
haven't opened it.
I did open mine.
Yeah.
And then,
The plastic, they're still in their packaging on the bridge, but the plastic that was on the top got banged and popped out, so I took it out completely.
Right.
That's the only thing about the box that's... I don't know if that probably brings a value down.
I don't know, but I think I bought a second one off of eBay
You did.
years
You
ago.
did.
And that's
Just-
still mint, I guess.
Yes,
or
because I
pretty
remember
good.
because you kept saying after that, like, I should never have opened that. I should have kept it. Why didn't I open yours? I'm like, no, I'm not opening mine.
Yeah, because I was like, mine's open, yours should be
Yeah,
too.
you opened
Damn
yours.
it.
No, I'm not opening mine.
Yeah, so there was a healthy competition, but I don't think we ever fought. We
No.
always just got along.
Never.
We
I
geeked out.
I don't think we ever did because it was like there would have been. I don't know if there had been other than a disagreement about something within the genre of
Right.
sci-fi that we didn't like. I don't think even then, because even then we had some good discussions about like what we thought. Because at the time, if you look back, we didn't. We were living Babylon 5 as it was
Coming out.
on air.
That's
Like
right.
every Saturday was it a new episode, and I didn't have cable.
Right.
So it was dependent whether or not the channel played it, which they usually did.
Yes.
And then at the time too, I remember I think we were one season in. That's when Robocop, the television series, came out.
Sounds about right.
Somewhere around there, and then we'd get reruns of The Next Generation on Saturday because I think on I had CBC, so Channel 5. So I think I had because if I remember correctly, I think we watched Babylon 5, then we'd watch Robocop, and then we'd wait about an hour, and then The Next Generation came on because it kept changing time slots.
Yes.
So because I remember it was on during the middle of the week, and then it was on like
But change all the time.
yeah, and then it got annoying. And then Deep Space Nine was at least I remember CBC was running it
Okay.
every day.
Yeah, probably.
At 6 o'clock, and then I got mad because then they changed it, and then it was like ER.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to watch ER. Like, I
No.
want to watch it. So, anyways, that was.
Yeah.
But we used to have good discussions about that, and it's nice to look back and not think that we binge. I'll sit and watch the original series and stuff now, but
Sure.
like it was nice living it at the time and being able to watch the show in anticipation every week.
Right.
And then cliffhangers waiting for the next season a whole summer. And we discuss all summer about what happened in the episodes. What do we think's going to happen?
Not like now where it's just binge watch it all and you don't have any
but some of
anticipation.
the streaming networks are getting good, at least, where they're only releasing one episode a week, which
That's right.
I like.
Yeah, it's
because
better.
then it makes me excited for that day of the week that it's released, right?
And you don't feel like you're falling behind because it's all out.
No, exactly. Like with the Mandalorian and the Boba Fett series, and with the new ones that Disney's coming out with, I like the once a week release because it
easier.
gives me something to look forward
That
to
too.
on that day.
Yes.
So
That's right.
it reminds me of my childhood. Try to explain that to your kids when they can just binge watch like 20 seasons of something.
That's
and
right.
And then they're done in a month, and you're like, wow.
Did you enjoy it? Do you remember it? No,
No,
but I liked it.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, you haven't watched anything till you've watched Dukes of Hazzard on a Friday night before 2020 comes on, and they jump the car, and you don't know if they're going to land it, and you got to wait 4 months before the season premiere comes out.
That's exactly.
That's living TV, people.
Yes, yes, and that's gone.
No, you don't get that anymore. Some of the things you just can't appreciate with
Different times.
different times. It's like
Yeah. So, I miss those days. Being a kid, like the high school stuff, I could do without because that sucked.
Some people have good, like my wife had a great high school experience and she had good friends and stuff. And I'd say the only thing that was good about my high school experience was being friends with you because we both just didn't really fit within
Anything.
Like nowadays, it's like, and I can't attribute it all to Big Bang, but like everybody's a geek and everybody's a cosplayer and everybody's this, and by no means am I saying that they can't be, because I love that more people are coming to have a passion for stuff.
Yes.
And I'm not the type of person that's going to like dissuade someone and say, well, I've been a geek all my life, you have no business being one. That's dumb. Like the more people come to the cause of enjoying, because there's so many sci-fi things that are fantastic, that are like wonderful series, like Stargate is a great series, Babylon 5, all the Star Treks, even the bad ones.
Yes,
are
especially the bad ones.
Well, yeah, like first couple of seasons of Voyager, the Enterprise was a little slow to start, but it got there, and then Deep Space Nine first couple until they serialized the whole thing, and then it got really good. But the original series for me stands out as the best, and people question why, but it's the first Star Trek that I ever saw when I was little.
Yes.
On TV, on reruns, nothing else to do when you only have 4 channels.
No, that's true. That's true.
And I started watching, going, "What is this show?" And I got hooked. So that's.
So, are you saying we are the original Geek twins, brothers from other mothers, but still the Geek twins?
Maybe I'd say that, because I don't remember anybody else being
As into things as we were.
not the same stuff. No, like there was the nerdy. I don't want to classify people as a nerdy. Like the people who they're all into the computers when they first came out back in high school, with the old Tandy systems and stuff, and they would play video games. And I think we played NES and Super NES were the games that we always played, and then Sega Genesis.
That's true.
Like we were there for the forefront of those when they came out and played them all the time.
Oh yeah, we did.
Like hours, and then I don't remember anybody else in high school who had. You know what? If we had said that we had these, like what we did and what we watched, I think we would have gotten a severe beating.
Oh yeah, we would have been beat up.
Oh yeah,
because we weren't jocks. We didn't care about hockey or any of that stuff.
No, and everybody, and it's funny because you look back and it's so like you watch movies and they're like, well, people didn't really do that, and it's like, yeah, people did. And I know different generations face different things, because when we were finishing up high school, it was the skater group was really big at the time.
That's right.
And like we didn't fit into that.
No.
So I was fine with that, because
we had each other.
Yeah, and it was we had what we enjoyed, and I think that's what made those years fun, because we had similar likes, and
we did. We played with toys.
Yep.
We played games.
Yeah.
We walked and biked.
Yeah.
Talked about girls. Obsessed about those.
Well, as any teenage boy would.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
So like I try to tell my kids, I said, don't if you like something and you want to do, don't be ashamed of liking something or wanting to do something, and don't let other people pressure you into not doing it. If you want to play with toys and Legos when you're 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, do it.
That's right.
I still play with Legos. So.
I do it occasionally.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Why not?
I love building Lego. It's awesome. Even in my 40s, I don't care.
Yeah, see, and I build things all the time. So.
You have, maybe we'll do another podcast next time I come back, all about your buildings, the things you build, the things out of wood, and all that kind of stuff.
I like to build things.
But this is a good spot to wrap up the podcast.
Yep.
It was just a little bit of a nostalgic tour.
Sure.
Much like the one from the previous week. But since we're talking about you building things, what is the name of your and your wife's store where people can find you on Instagram and Etsy?
We are Creative Nest Studio. We are a local handmade business. My wife started the business about 8 years ago, and I just recently joined her in the business. So it's home decor, wood signs, custom wood signs. Other things, we do custom lake maps. Check us out at www.creativeneststudio.com. We're also on Etsy, on Facebook, on Instagram. Write us, message us, talk to us, buy something from us.
There you go.
It's all great.
That's right. That's right.
It's all great.
You didn't know I was going to bring that up.
I did not know that.
No.
Thank you for the plug.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
It's all good.
Yes, that's right. Because you do amazing stuff. I don't actually have any of it. I've been asking your wife for like 7 or 8 years to make me some Geek signs.
Well, we were just talking about that, because as she mentioned to you about some ideas she had about some upcoming projects.
Yes.
One of the project ideas was to look at doing a whole line of geekery type signs.
That would be awesome.
So something to look forward to in the near future, as we are trying to expand into different markets, and we do ship. If anybody wants to buy something, we do ship all over Canada and the United States.
Okay, that's good to know.
We're trying to get out there a little bit more, just out of our market. So please support us. Thank you.
Couldn't say it better than that myself. So thanks for allowing me into your home.
More than welcome.
And podcasting with you, which is something we've never done.
No.
You are the one who created the logo for my old podcast, The Rusted Robot.
I remember when you wrote me and you asked me, and
Yes.
that's why I came up with that for you.
Yep. And
It was my pleasure to design it for you. I'm glad that it stand the test for all these years.
Because I've used it for everything. I'm
know.
using it for my Etsy shop.
Yeah.
I used it for my podcast.
Yeah.
All kinds of things.
Well, I'm glad to help out with that. So
Yeah, we make a good team.
we do.
Yes, and that's a great spot to end the podcast. So thanks, listeners, for coming by and listening to this little bit of slice of history, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, it's good to reminisce.
It is.
Yeah.
That's right. So until next time, I don't know what the next topic is going to be, so take care of each other. And remember, if you can't look back at your younger self and realize that you were an idiot, you're probably still an idiot. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Soul Forge Podcast. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we hope you'll tune in again next time. Remember that you can visit soulforgepodcast.com for all of our social media links, and don't forget to share the show with everyone you know. The Soul Forge Podcast is your best source for living your best life.
Think about it.
Sometimes you hear the funniest things when you're trying to buy something.
Ah, I sold the last one 5 minutes ago.
That one's always good for a laugh.
What a shame you drove all that way. Oh.
Another classic. But it's not that funny when it happens to you. At Consumers Distributing, we've made great strides to guarantee we've got it when you want it. And if we don't, we'll get it to you with free delivery.
Yes, ma'am, we've got it.
Seems to be working.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.